A lot to look forward to so far this season. You see Theo Edwards on your left, Jeff Nygaard with the back turned to us on your right. Both are super excited for this matchup, know how much of a stepping stone this can be for the year if they can win either way.
It really can be a stepping stone. If you're CSUN, you're really looking to see how you square up against what was coming into this year one of the best teams in the nation, are projected to be. And if you're USC, you're looking to reestablish your dominance. The Buckeyes are a good team, as we have seen this season, but they have yet to have a ranked win. So if you're the Trojans, cutting it that close on Friday, how do you respond here on a Wednesday night? You had a few days to decompress, celebrate the win, but also understand what you did wrong to make it that close and see if you can't correct those errors to then make this game maybe a little less competitive, Andrew.
Yeah, and it's your first of 3 ranked opponents as well. You have Pepperdine and then you got UCLA. Neither of those are going to be easy. Number 6 Princeton, number 1 UCLA. We'll talk about the rankings in a little bit. CSUN's got the first serve of the night in the hands of Avila, an outside hitter, only standing at 6'1". Didn't play in last match, but started it off today in a service error. Just as it started against Ohio State, USC gets the first point of the day on a service error.
And for USC, Andrew, there was a lot of opportunities last match on Friday where they could have capitalized, but then had a service error of their own. Let's see if they can clean it up and get the ball into play here a little more often. Tompkinson
getting his first set played since Princeton has it go off the middle of his chest and fly way long.
And if you are Tompkinson, you're going to need to get your feet under you, get a few easy hits, a few easy swings early in this match, kind of get your legs under you and see where you can go from there.
Only a second set played the entire season. Serve off the top of the net. Blanchette, cross-court set. And a net violation in front on Klein.
And on that one, you saw Dylan Klein not quite able to get quite as high as he would have liked. Ball's a little bit of a lower set, allowed the CSUN defense to really get a block attempt in front of him there.
Grayson Albers, on the top of the net again, sets for Smith, and gets a point for USC. Hammers it down, and when you get a set like that right in your wheelhouse, it makes it real easy.
It really does. As we take another look here, set high allows Wesley to get all of his 6'11" frame above the net and deliver a strike.
Set to Lucas. Back set, here comes Roberts and gets the kill for USC.
Noah Roberts there really able to use how the CSUN defense set up against them, able to get the ball ricocheted off and then out of bounds.
Hit 143 against the Buckeyes, starting off 1-for-1 though today. Blanchette set for Klein, joust at the net, and it gets a lucky roll for Klein.
I think everyone was a little surprised there, Klein included. He got up really high, seemed to misjudge the ball a little bit, but so did the defenders for the Matadors, and just rolled over there, found the court for USC's point.
Trojans on a quick 3-0 scoring run. Vila. Here's Klein once more, rejected at the front, but outside right.
It was a great job building the wall. Seemed like the front line for the Matadors could track the ball really well there, knew they wanted to get it to Dylan Klein, and were able to build the wall to stop him on his kill attempt.
Blanchette with some power, and the first service error of the day for USC now. Trojans were on a 4-0 scoring run, but CSUN a chance to respond. There's Phillips, a lot of top spin. Blanchette, here's Roberts. A long run from Phillips to keep it in. Sets for Smith, and too easy.
Really great job there from Jalen Phillips to just keep the ball in there. It wasn't quite enough, but Wesley Smith just got up and got down really fast, didn't let Jalen Phillips set up after the dive, which allowed him to score the point for the Trojans.
Klein with the service error. And his 20th so far this season, but one of the top servers on this USC roster. Going back to Phillips, didn't play last match. Still finding his rhythm so far this year for the Matadors. Lucas with the service. Blanchette back set to Roberts. Lucas keeps it alive. Long set, and there's Avila. Pulls it down the line.
And one of the great things with Avila, yes, he is on a shorter end for the Matadors as an outside hitter, but he's able to really float up there, which allows him to scan the floor a little bit more and find angles other outside hitters may not be able to.
Blanchette, long set, fully, and gets his first kill of the night. Talk about a guy who was on fire against Ohio State. It was certainly him. 12 kills on the night, hitting at .417, and an insane amount of total blocks.
It really was. And it all came late, Andrew. He was one of the driving forces to close out that game to complete the comeback for the Trojans.
Ended up finishing with 4 total blocks and a great play it in front. Owen Dofner drops it down.
It's a great job to stay in system for the Matadors and find a hole in a USC defense that can be really challenging to get over the front line.
Blanchette, quick set, Tompkinson, and just like that, he's back.
And if you are Tompkinson, that's an easy one for you to start out with. Got up really fast, saw it was just a solo block, able to just get the ball down. Not necessarily the most challenging point for him, able to get into the swing of things, get his feet a little bit wet.
Roberts a long serve. Alvarez takes it across. Dykstra launches it to Klein. A long-range swing gets it to go.
And that is one of the reasons, Andrew, like why Dylan Klein is so special. Not the greatest set, not really that close to the net, but still finds a way to get it through the CSUN defense and finds the court.
One of a broken play. Daufner back set Phillips, kept alive Blanchette. Klein playing the role of the setter. Here comes Foley, and he's rejected.
It's a great combo block, Andrew. Felt as if, as we take another look here, the Matador defense was just able to time up where the ball was going to go, time up Christian Foley's jump, and just meet him at the apex with a wall of hands and just send that ball back towards him.
There's Daufner long yet again. And another service error for CSUN. Can't let that number go too far, as you never really want to be giving the Trojans free points. And Foley once again. Long serve, and doesn't find the back line.
And if you're the Trojans, this is not necessarily the way you wanted to start this game. After having over 20 service errors in the last match on Friday, already have a few here early in the first set.
Yeah, you got 3 to your name. Avila breaks the service error streak. Here's Roberts from the back row. Nothing Avila could do.
It's a really good job for the Trojans, getting the volleyball to move to different parts of the court, not allowing the Matadors to set their defensive wall up and get the ball to find the court there.
Roberts 2 kills on 4 swings early. Daufner for Lucas, and finds the back line. And such a great job from him. He swung it on the left side out, and now he's going to the long part. Makes it just so hard for USC to block.
It really does, Andrew. They've done a great job of also spreading it around here early to different parts of the court to stress the USC defense.
Roberts can't find the back line. And now that's the 3rd service error of the night for CSUN. Each of the teams have a triple next to their name. Trojans lead by 3. Phillips free ball across. Blanchette to the back row for Foley, and pins it against the net.
If you're the Matadors, that's not something you can do. Sending a free ball over to that Trojans potent attack with a little bit of a miscommunication on the set, allowed the Trojans to stay in system and hammer it home.
Blanchette, a knuckleball across. Evergreen just has to poke it. Here's Roberts and slams it into the hands of Karnezis. Trojans rolling, they're up by 5.
The Trojans have really done a good job here. Saw early that the defense was shifting left towards Klein, has started to go towards Roberts' way, has gotten a few kills off of it.
Phillips, long range set for Lucas. And gets it.
And if you're the Trojans, that's what you like to see. Didn't pick up the block there, but because of the 3 USC defenders on that front line, forced a really difficult kill attempt, couldn't quite get it inside the lines, and ended up in an attacking error.
Lucas has got 3 kills early in a service error for the Matadors. UNC leads by 5. It's been all them early in set number 1 here at the Galen Center. What do the Matadors got to do to find it in this first set? Wesley Smith ready to go for another huge game here at the Galen Center for UNC when we come back on Big Ten Plus at the Galen Center. Been good, and he's gotten the credit for it as well. The MPSF Moulton Offensive Player of the Week last week. 20 kills against Ohio State, hitting at just under 320. He's just been so good, Patrick.
He really has been good. Already has 3 kills here today, Andrew. He's a force to be reckoned with on this USC team that already has a ton of depth behind him, and it's clear why they're one of the best teams in the country.
Blanchette backs at Roberts. And an easy one.
The Trojans have done a really good job of finding offense outside of Dylan Klein early. He's gotten his, but so have all the other Trojans, including Noah Roberts there on that kill.
Roberts 4 kills on 6 swings. And another service error on USC. Already the second one on the day for Klein. So it's back in the hands of Lucas. Redshirt junior sends it across. Blanchette backs at Roberts one more time, and how about it one more time?
One more time, but now we see CSUN starting to adjust a little bit, sent multiple bodies there that time at Roberts. But Roberts, who had done a ton of power hitting early, uses a little bit of finesse to just get it over both of the Matador blockers and down in the court, right in the soft spot there of the defense.
5 kills on 7 swings quickly. Lucas to dig. Back to Lucas. Tompkinson just swats it back. Long set for Avila, and can't find the back line. Or instead they say it touched in front.
And that's a great job by the Matadors of staying with it. It felt like Parker Tompkinson on that first block was able to really quell the attack, but because they stayed with it, they were able to still capitalize.
Tompkinson with the big right hand. And that's really what you're looking for if you're USC. You show Noah Roberts on how good he is, and then you got so many other players on the court that are just so good.
100%, Andrew. He's currently 2 for 2. Hasn't played very much at all this year due to a couple nagging injuries. And he really shows why he was such a good freshman for them last season.
Lucas pulls it out, and Albers puts it down off the very top of his fingertips, but a kill's a kill.
And if you're the Trojans, you don't want to see him get going. He's really good at stacking kills together, so you want to make sure to limit him and not let him feel like he's getting hot and feeling himself.
So consistent, as well as another service error on the Matadors. Albers first in the Big West in hitting percentage, 587. That's really impressive, and they're 8 matches in. On to number 9. Downster, and there's Phillips. Misses on the far side. Tried for a cut swing there and just couldn't get it.
And this is why having 2 darn near 7-footers for the Trojans is very impressive and such an asset to have, because even one of them is off with Wesley Smith. You still have Parker Tompkinson in that middle, able to alter shots, force tough kill attempts, and force errors off of that.
Yeah, Tompkinson, the tallest player in USC volleyball history, standing at 7 foot even. And you look at Wesley Smith. He says he's 6'11". I would beg to differ. I think he's just as tall as Parker Tompkinson, but either way, Smith tied for the second tallest player in program history. So both of those middles just insanely good for UNC, as we're able to take a look one more time at the last play.
Parker Tompkinson really just was able to track that all the way, cut off the cross-court attack angle, force a really tough kill attempt, and then they couldn't quite get it there. And if you're the Matadors, you're down 7, you may not feel like you could necessarily come all the way back here, but you're looking to build on something, find something that you'll be able to carry over into the second set to make it a bit more competitive, Andrew. Some sort of hole in either the USC attack or defense that you can exploit a little bit better to close this margin.
And credit to Cooper Keene as well on that last point. I mean, he held his ground on that antenna and knows, well, my job is just force him back into Tompkinson. That's exactly what he did.
And we talked to Coach Nygaard before the game. He said he's past worrying about senior versus junior versus sophomore versus freshman. It is talent. And we saw that last game in the Buckeyes. They put multiple freshmen out there in crucial spots, and they delivered. So look for them to get more run here as we go throughout this game and throughout the rest of the season.
And too long from Foley. Another service error on UNC. And it was so good that I wrote it down as well. He said, it's can you play or not? Took a second and said competitors compete. Avila, and gets the first ace of the day.
And if you are Avila, that's a good thing to see. Had a lot of service errors early for the Matadors. One finds the back line of the court, and that's great to see if you're a fan of CSUN.
Here's Chapin, sets it on a platter for Tompkinson, who brings down the hammer. We send things over to Aiden Pham.
Thanks, Andrew. Well, you see Andrew Chapin and Cooper Keene in for USC, 2 freshmen, and Chapin actually played in his first game last week, and Coach Nygaard talked to us about it. He said he had a great practice, and he thought it was really cool. Cooper Keene and Andrew Chapin played together at Mira Costa High School. Now they got a chance to play together as Trojans. Back to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Aiden. Took the words out of my mouth. Cleany with his first serve in quite a bit of time, and Albers puts it back in his face. 21-16 within 5.
He shows why he is the leading hitter in the nation in terms of hitting percentage. Andrew was able to really get on top of that ball, high in the air, find the hitting lane, and execute to perfection.
It's the top of the net. Chapin back set. There's Keene. That's the combo that Aiden was just talking about right there. How special.
As we take another look here, how awesome is this for Jeff Nygaard? A freshman showing what he can do, scoring points on a one-on-one block versus attacker, and able to just find the court on that line.
And Keene with the service. All the way at the net, here's Lucas, who rises up and puts it down. Only had 3 kills coming into this match as a whole, and already on fire here today with 3.
And he really shows why it's good to be crafty, have a couple different angles there. Has used power, used finesse today in this game. And when you are a redshirt junior, that experience can really pay dividends here in NCAA play.
Phillips can't get it across. Another service error for the Matadors. So USC nearing in on the magic number. Applying a booming serve. Dauphin back set, Phillips. Roberts a long run, gets it to Foley, and it's rejected in front. Favarim says no thank you.
And that is a great job by the Matadors defense of tracking where the ball is going while also keeping USC out of system, rather, able to force them into a hard kill attempt, set up their defense, and get an emphatic block off of it.
And Roberts, I mean, put it in a great spot. A few oohs and ahs from the Trojan bench next to us. Blanchette, here's Roberts. That one rejected. Dykstra gets the pancake to bring it back up, but falls down shortly.
And if you're CSUN here, your front line defensively is on fire right now. Multiple blocks back to back, tracking the ball very well. It's now, can you capitalize on this and see if there's a way for you to complete the comeback?
There's Klein. And how about a momentum shifter?
And that's where you go, Andrew. You feel the set maybe starting to slip a little bit. You go to your superstar here as we take another look. Great set by Caleb Blanchette. Dylan Klein rather, finding a way to get all the way up there and then slam it home after.
So set point, and Tompkinson brings it back. The rejection for Tompkinson, and he is very much back. The 7-footer, a solo block to give set number 1 to USC. 25-19, USC takes set number 1 at the Galen Center. How about Klein? Brings down the big right hand. One more time. Oh yeah, Trojans take set number 1 at the Galen Center.
That big season of Dylan Klein during that first set. Well, Dylan Klein said that his connection with setter Caleb Blanchette has really been a big reason for his success this year. This is Blanchette and Klein's 3rd season playing together, and throughout that time, they've been able to develop that chemistry both on and off the court. Klein saying, at this point, he knows where I'm going to be, and I know where he's going to put the ball. And guys, we're seeing that connection pay dividends for USC. Dylan Klein having a good start to the game. Sending it over to you, Andrew.
He was just named to the inaugural AVCA Player of the Year watch list, as well as we're able to take a look at some of the stats from that first set. Ended up going toward USC. And Patrick, what really catches my eye, USC hitting at 565. Maybe not sustainable, but really good for the first set.
It really is, and it's on the backs of not just one person. It's a team effort. Parker Tompkinson is hitting 1,000% right now. Really good if you're a Trojan fan to see him get back in the swing of things. And if you're CSUN, you need to limit your service errors. You're not going to be as talented as this Trojans team, so you have to work on your fundamentals. And to do that, you can't be on track for almost 20 service errors through 3 sets. You need to cut down on that if you want to be a bit more competitive here in the later sets as this game goes on.
You got to make them play volleyball. It's as simple as that. You got to just see what happens. USC, Noah Roberts leading in kills at 5 on 8 swings. Dylan Klein not too far behind, though, 4 kills on 5 swings. Jordan Lucas, though, on this CSUN roster. 4 kills on 6 swings. He's leading them. Dauphinor sets for Lucas. Klein brings it up. Here's Foley off of hands in front and gets the first point of the second set.
And in that back line, Wesley Smith was able to get almost parallel to the ground there with his hand. For someone as tall as he is, to be able to get a dig like that is really impressive and a great asset for this Trojans team. Allows them a lot more flexibility defensively.
If you have a middle that you can do that, it'll be real happy every time. A huge swing from Phillips.
Jalen Phillips showing why he is the star on this Matadors team. He's able to get kills by finding different ways to score, as well as just powering it through teeths of defenses.
Only his first kill of the day, but he's been real good. And USC, too many.
And if you are the Matadors here, an error like that from the Trojans is something you need to capitalize on here early. See if you can't make them play volleyball, as you were saying. and earn these points back.
There's Tompkinson one more time. He's up to 4 on 4 swings. Gosh, he's a guy, if you're Coach Nygaard, you're so happy to have back. His 3rd set this entire year. Last played was against Princeton. Just look at it again. So impressive.
And as you see there, he gets up so fast, is able to locate the ball when it's so high. Makes it really hard for a defense to set up a block attempt.
Phillips one more time, brings it across the antenna this time. Off the hands as well in front. That's really what Phillips does well, is he's so good at that cut swing that he can just bring it down the line anytime he wants and it's open. Blanchette for Foley and finds the far side.
And now the Trojans starting to work the near side towards us, Andrew. Seems like they're kind of moving the ball a bit in waves. Started towards majority of the crowd. Now it's back towards us. Let's see if they're able to make a little bit more of variation, make the defense move a little bit more.
He had 12 kills in his last match. 7 service errors as well, though, as he knocks one to his name there. Now, Coach Nygaard said, we knew that's what he does, but it was still nice to see guys step up. Tompkinson one more time, stays perfect. 5 for 5 on swing so far today.
And he's truly been sensational here early. Coming back from injury, when a 7-footer can get up that fast, great set by Blanchette, and it just allows him to see the court and get there before the defense can set up.
Back set Phillips, long run Tompkinson. Here's Klein cross court and just misses.
The Matadors got a bit bailed out there, Andrew. It was a great dig by Tompkinson. Dylan Klein got the look he wanted to, just missed a little bit. And these are the errors, if you're the Matadors, that you got to start picking up on and capitalizing on, which they've done early here, Andrew.
Dykstra sends one to the stealing. Klein gets it sent back. Here's Blanchette for Roberts, finds the hands in front.
And Andrew, Noah Roberts has done a really good job here early of when the defense starts rotating away from him, forcing them to come back, picking on the deficits in the zone, in the defense that's away from him, and making them play a little bit more honest.
All tied up at 5 in set number 2. Great job from Carnizis to keep it alive, and Phillips' swing is well outside left.
The set was a little bit off, forced Phillips to come a little bit out of bounds, felt his rhythm maybe go off a little bit, Andrew, and forced him to shoot it wide to the other side.
So hard to flip your hips and find the cross court. He gave it a good attempt, though. Good swing from Favorine, gets himself back. His first swing, or his first kill, on the day.
And that was really impressive by Favorine. It was right in the teeth of the USC defense. They set their block up, but he was just able to sneak it in between them and the net, found the ball at their feet before they really knew what to do.
Here's Smith and pokes it across.
And USC seems to be playing a little faster here, Andrew, as we take another look. Wesley Smith saw that they hadn't quite set up, didn't jump with them at the start, so before he hit his apex, he just sent it over before the Matadors could really get going.
Klein barely gets it across. From the back row, here's Avila. Foley near antenna. Carnizis gets it to Avila. Free ball across. Here comes Klein from the back row. Avila a long run. Daufner. Blanchette for Roberts. Daufner sets it high. Carnizis for Phillips, and the marathon point goes to CSUN.
And if you're CSUN, you have to be really happy about how you kept USC from setting up a quality attack. It allowed multiple cracks at the apple, and that one from Phillips was able to get through the triple block there by USC. But keep getting those attack attempts is going to be the way to score on this USC team.
Service error on Joao Avila. Coach Edwards talked about him. Might be one of the shortest OHs, but he's a natural-born leader. Only a sophomore as well. This is a young Matadors squad. So Smith to bring it across. Trojans lead 1-0. 8-7 in set number 2. Phillips has to jump high and can't get to it in time.
A bit of a setting mishap there. It was not necessarily the most powerful serve, but that's why you force people to play volleyball. As we take a quick look here, had a good crack at it, just couldn't quite get fully under it, sent it wide towards us, Andrew, and just forced an error from the attacking side of CSUN.
So Smith after his ace, and a response just like that. Favorine brings down the hammer.
And as we take another look here, he just gets up. He's able to get his entire head above the net. Times his hit perfectly. Not much the USC defense could do while not completely set up.
Blanchette backs at Roberts and gets it down.
Roberts keeps taking advantage, Andrew, of when they don't shift his way or they stay towards Klein. There was only really one person in his area, met him at the point of attack, and just sent it around him and down towards the court.
7 kills on 11 swings, only 1 error. Joust in front, Tompkinson gets a hold of it. Here's Foley. Hernizes keeps it alive. Daufner for Lucas brings it down the near line.
And that was a really impressive sense of resilience there from CSUN. They thought they could have maybe won that joust with Tompkinson, got an easy point, couldn't quite do it, had the ball come back their way, and then we saw them finish there with that replay on that Jordan Lucas kill.
There's Klein from the back row. How about it? And it's when you forget about him that he really comes in. USC been going to Foley over and over again. Found Roberts multiple times, but Dylan Klein comes from the back row. Daufner sets close to Albers and just off the top of his fingers again. Not the first time that's happened.
And you wonder, Andrew, are they trying to set a little bit higher because Parker Tompkinson's in the middle there and it's getting a little bit over Albert's hands?
Daufner back set for Lucas. Tompkinson gives it back to him. How about one more time? Lucas this time just pokes it across. Dykstra a long run. Tompkinson gives it across. Daufner back set Phillips. Roberts keeps it alive for USC. Back to him with the swing. Daufner puts it straight up. Phillips. And too strong.
And there we saw what a good defensive team and how gritty the CSUN Matadors can be, but USC able to stick with it as well and eventually get the point off an attacking error.
So USC on a mini 3-0 scoring run here in set number 2. They lead by 4 points, 13-9 Trojans over the Matadors here on Big Ten Plus. Look at Tompkinson, first game back since Princeton, and he's having a good one. Next opponent for CSUN, they're sitting at 6. As we take a look at the top half of the list. Foley to restart. It's 13-9. USC leads by 4 in set number 2. Daufner long set Lucas and pokes it over the top of the 7-footer.
And that's quite impressive, Andrew. The 7-footer, Parker Tompkinson's up there. Timed his jump pretty well, but Lucas able to just find a way around him, find a way over him, and find a way to the court.
Last match only had 1 kill. Today up to 6 in a hurry. There's Roberts, continues the strong day. 8 kills already.
And that's the danger, Andrew. If you try overcommitting to 1 or 2 players, as we take another look at Noah Roberts, someone else on this USC squad can just kill you. Noah Roberts having himself a day. Now CSUN scrambling, trying to find a way to cover multiple people.
Foley, Roberts yet again off the top of hands. Phillips just brings it across. Tompkinson long run and a slide. Here's Klein with the hammer. Puts it down into the basement in the back of the court.
And that's what we like to see if you're a Trojans fan now. Noah Roberts, Dylan Klein, Parker Tompkinson, all really getting involved, having multi-kill sets, and really showing why they are one of the better teams in the country.
A scramble for the Matadors. Here's Avila. Tompkinson, another dig. Blanchette backs at Roberts and pins it against the back line. Roberts continues to roll. He's up to 9 on 15 swings.
As we take another look here, it's a great set by Caleb Blanchette. Noah Roberts just able to find a way to get it over 2 CSUN defenders. They're shifting back his way. It just doesn't matter anymore.
Daufner to Lucas from the back row. Jordan Lucas continues to have himself a day.
And Andrew, he's the reason that CSUN is even remotely in this right now. Shows his maturity, what he's able to do for this team, able to be a bit of a Swiss Army knife leader, one of the older players on the CSUN squad.
Alders can't get it across. Another service error on CSUN. Their 7th so far. Now 8, on the day. Daufner. Lucas pokes it across. Roberts cross court to Klein. Quickly Phillips. Great job Dykstra to keep it alive. Roberts goes over in 2. Daufner backs at Lucas. Just outside.
And you gotta be ecstatic if you're Coach Nygaard. What a play by Johnny Dykstra to keep it in there, allow USC to continue to battle, and then eventually get the point off the attacking error.
Had 9 digs last match, continues to be a strong part of this Trojans team. Phillips finds hands in front yet again and continues to keep CSUN in it.
But the Trojans aren't making anything easy. They've now started to be able to really predict where the CSUN offense is going, sending 2 to the ball every time they try to attack, and forcing them into really tough kill attempts in attacking angles.
Not making it easy. Trojans are still hitting .523. Here's Smith. Daufner. And Phillips brings it through, and way too many for CSUN.
And that's the absolute great thing about having power attempts. It forces people out of system, and even if you don't get the kill and find the floor immediately, you can eventually manufacture a point by forcing them out of system and into tough sets and dig attempts.
Klein to serve for USC, a missile across. Karnezis brings it out. Phillips in front, has it rejected. Avila, though, on the second chance.
And that starts from the CSUN defense, able to dig out a serve that was really hard, a missile, able to get around to it, Daufner able to send it back, and then CSUN able to continue to battle after they send it over the net.
Moving very quick in transition, and there goes Lucas one more time.
And Andrew, this is his first season on the team, but he's quickly become a leader here and shows why with another kill there. USC was just not really prepared for it. Caleb Blanchette didn't quite get his feet under him, couldn't quite contest.
Smith with a cut attack. There you go, Wesley Smith back on the board. He's up to 5 kills on 10 swings in total. Does have 2 errors though. For the Trojans, we're at 20 here in set number 2. CSUN not far behind. They're at 14. Cut the deficit a little bit in this second set, but it's hard to match USC hitting 478 in this second set. Smith to bring it across with yells. Daufner back set Phillips. Klein keeps it alive. Smith punches it. Roberts free ball across. Daufner tough set. Lucas brings it to the back row. Klein to the ceiling. Roberts has it stuffed in his face. Combination of Favarim as well as a handful of others.
Well, that starts there on the defensive end for the Trojans as we take another set there. Noah Roberts couldn't quite get it through the triple block, But because the ball was sent so far back, Dylan Klein was such a tough set, it gives time for CSUN to set up and allows them to convert a point off of it.
Daufner, here's Lucas. Dykstra, a long run, gets to it. Foley hands it across, free ball for CSUN. Lucas gets the back line again. And CSUN's on a run here. They've brought it to within 4.
And it's a great job of showing composure, not just by being down a healthy amount here in the second set, but even within that point, felt like they might get it earlier. Johnny Dykstra digs it up, able to keep with it, and eventually score the point regardless.
Gotten 4 of the past 5 points. Make it 4 of the past 6 as Foley with another big kill. Came right toward us as well.
And that's just USC at its best. Able to receive the serve and then off of that stay in system and get a quality kill attempt off of it. Not much the Matadors can do in that situation.
Chapin, top of the net. And a joust in front. Here's Avila. Phillips taps it across. Chapin, close set. Tompkinson gets it rejected by Albers.
And that's the first miss attack from Parker Tompkinson. Not able to convert there. And if you're the Matadors, that's a great sign to see, because now maybe you found something, able to corral him a little bit. Can you stack that here as we draw closer to the end of the second set?
Within 4, you've got to go on a run, and that's not the way to do it. Service error on the Matadors, number 9 of the night.
And Andrew, you can't win that way. 9 service errors, not even 2 sets in. Against a team that's as high-flying and athletic as the Trojans, the fundamentals is how you bring the game close.
Daufner to Lucas, puts it into the hands of Tompkinson, but ends up out.
And that's what height can do for you, Andrew. Didn't quite time his jump perfectly, but didn't matter because his entire upper body, it felt like, was above the net. Makes it so hard for an attacker to get the ball around him.
Lucas to serve, Dykstra a sliding save. Foley from the back row. We'll send things over to Aiden Pham, the 3rd member of our crew. What do you got, Aiden?
Thanks, Andrew. Sterling Foley said that an emphasis for USC in practice has been working on speeding up the tempo with the setters. They want to get the hitters out to the pin quickly, make it harder for the block to set up, and you could see it pay off in moments like that there. Sending it back to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Aiden. Nice job out there. As CSUN gets another one. Avila tags another to his name. He's up to 4. Entering the end of set number 2. Matadors got to go on a run. Chapin sets for Foley in the back row. Lucas sends it all the way across. Chapin one more time, this time to Klein, and puts it off the hands. Another one for USC, brings it to set point.
And when you need it, Dylan Klein is there, Andrew. 2 points away. CSUN's hung around a little bit more than maybe you expected based on the score earlier in the set, but now this is when you send it to your stars to close it out and take a commanding 2-0 lead.
Keen with top spin. Daufner, and a good kill. There comes Phillips from the back row.
And that was really a great job of setting up a kill attempt. Great set, allowed his hitter to get underneath it, a lot of different options, and just picked the one that was open.
Daufner to serve. And shirt sophomore. There he goes. Set point for USC and outside left. Just a bit outside gives the Trojans set number 2. They're up 2-0. Trojans maintain the fire. Hitting at 446 so far. And it hasn't looked like it's going away anytime soon. Tompkinson, he's on fire. USC's on fire here on Big Ten Plus in set number 2. Well, I mean, hitting at 450. So when we take a look at some of the stats, you see 455 whereas CSUN hitting it at 288, 10 service errors compared to 6. And all these two teams, CSUN out-blocking the Trojans so far, but then again, they're getting it done kill-wise.
They really are getting it done kill-wise. And part of the reason that CSUN has so many more blocks is because the Trojans have had so many more attack opportunities, Andrew.
Let's look at who's been strong so far out there on the court. Jordan Lucas has been on fire for the Matadors so far. 10 kills, season high is 12. We'll keep an eye on that. Caleb Blanchette, he has 26 assists. He's been mixed in, though, with Chapin as well. Dylan Klein at 6 kills. He's been on fire. And Favarim, 3 total blocks, been all over the net front for CSUN, and he's going to have to be in this third set as well.
And if you're the Matadors, Andrew, it's who can you find to generate some more consistent offense outside of Jordan Lucas? It was really impressive to see him step up and give the Matadors some sorely needed offensive output, but it hasn't been enough. So is it one of your younger leaders? Is there a veteran that's going to step up for you? Is it going to be one of the people you expect, or maybe someone that has not gotten as much burn here that we'll see in the third set to maybe spark a comeback for the Matadors?
I talked to Coach Edwards before. He talked about this team, though they are young. He said they're incredibly focused, very mature for their age.
And Andrew, as we set up here for this next set, I really want to see what the Matadors coaching staff told the players about their serving. Are they going to throttle back, or are they going to let variance play itself out?
Oh, here comes set number 3, and a service error to start set number 3 as well.
Well, I think early here we have our answer to that question. That was quite a missile. Couldn't quite find the back line, but they're saying play your game. We're going to find a way back into this match.
Tompkinson in his first action since Princeton. Delfner quick set. Albers, and ends up getting it. USC arguing to our chair official, though.
And this is not necessarily something out of the norm for Dylan Klein. However, he always stays level-headed when he talks to the referees, asking for explanations, finding a way to understand what the refs are seeing so he can adjust his game accordingly and allow to play within how the refs are seeing the game unfold.
Here's Albers, takes a deep breath. Blanchette, quick set, fully from the back row, and has it stuffed in front.
And if you're the Matadors, that's what you like to see, was an in-system set and kill attempt, but it just didn't matter. Met him at the apex, found a way to get the ball back on USC's side for an early point in this third set.
So for the third set in the row, USC wins the first point. The Matadors drop the next, or get the next 2, and then drop the 4th. Exact same sequence, 3 sets in a row. So here comes Blanchette, knuckleball across. Delfner back set, Phillips off the foot of Blanchette.
And that's a good way of handling a serve, keeping in system for the Matadors, and capitalizing on a defense that didn't necessarily know where the ball was going immediately, and finding a way to find the court there.
CSUN moving real quick in transition. Cut serve from Phillips, can't get it. This guy is so strong for this Matadors team. Still finding his rhythm, though. Didn't play a lot of the last game, and, well, just getting back into it. Klein to bring it across. Lucas, a big swing, and there's kill number 11.
It's a great job by Jordan Lucas to find a hole in that USC defense. As we take another look here, he just gets up there, puts his hand on top of the ball, and just finds a way around both blockers.
Blanchette, Smith with some trickery. Avila gets it out, though. USC sends it back. Here comes CSUN. Dykstra to Roberts, sets it over. Lucas, Avila one more time, and a block. Roberts as well as Smith.
And they just shut down every attacking angle there. Andrew, Noah Roberts just rose above with Wesley Smith and just smothered any place to go with that ball. There was not a hole to be found there in that front line on that attack attempt.
Daufner has it blocked in front, set for Favorine, and gets it to go. We'll send things over to Aiden Pham, the third member of our crew.
Thanks, Andrew. Well, Owen Daufner having himself a really good game for CSUN here. And Edwards talked to us pregame about how he's a really talented player who's had the chance to be a starter for a few years. But with how talented the guy in front of him was, he had the chance to just sit back and learn. And we're seeing the fruits of the labor. Owen Daufner getting his chance to be the starter and really putting it all together. Sending it over to you, Andrew.
Aiden Foley with an absolute missile gets kill number 7 on the day. All tied up at 5 here in set number 3. Roberts high serve, brought up by Lucas. Daufner long set, and Avila just pokes it over the top of the blockers.
And there for CSUN, that's what you need to do consistently. The Trojans are athletic enough to get in front of you on nearly every kill attempt. So it's, can you still find a way to convert your attacking 2 points despite the defense being set up?
Owen Daufner can't get it across. Another service error on CSUN. Mark it up number 14. And these two teams locking horns here in set number 3. Both in a tough stretch of their schedule. USC, their second of 7 ranked opponents in a row. CSUN, their first of 3. Phillips has it brought right back to him. Daufner back to Phillips, and this time the cut swing.
And if you're Theo Edwards, that's something you love to see. He's been in and out of the lineup, still trying to find his groove coming back from injury. And now he's had a couple of really good points recently as he's gotten to continue to be warm here in this match.
Daufner here's Phillips and slams it down all over the place. They say it's out though, and it's to the Trojans. Certainly came in hot straight over the top of us.
It really did. And as we take another look here, and Phillips is going to want that one back. He had the look he wanted right down that line, but just maybe had fallen on the outside there.
So Coach Theo Edwards wants to challenge. He's going to want to take a look at it again. My original thought was it had possibly hit off Tompkinson. But we'll get a look here momentarily. As of right now, it's tied up at 7 between these two teams. USC leading 2-0. So you take a look one more time at the replay. Put on a platter for Phillips. It was Blanchette instead of Tompkinson. Didn't look like it hit off the back side of the hand, but it was close.
And it's tough to tell from that angle, but it looks to maybe just be right outside that line. But with the camera being so wide, it could have found the inside and it was just the angle. So we'll see what the refs are able to see, what camera angles they have at their disposal to make the call.
There's a lot to look at. There's the swing in front of the net. Did it touch the hands of Klein or Foley? So that's the first thing you're looking at. And then the second thing you're looking at, or Klein or Tompkinson, excuse me. That's the first thing. Then it's, did it touch Blanchette? No, we don't think so. Then you look at the line. Did it hit any of it? No, we don't think so. But we're going to have to see. The officials have the best view and ultimately the only view that matters.
And this is pretty massive if you're the Matadors. It's knotted up here, but they have 4 service errors this set. It could very easily be a 7-3 game in favor of the Matadors, but the service errors have really kept USC in this. So now if they don't get this challenge to go with them, it feels like everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong, despite them playing really well, and yet USC would still be in it.
So the call stands, it goes to USC. We stay where we are at 7, but you're totally right. It was a very huge call. It would be a 2-point swing for the Matadors, you could think. But instead, we're knotted up at 7 here in 3. Tompkinson, a high floater across. Daufner for Lucas. A violation's called. It'll be USC's point.
And Jordan Lucas felt like he had gotten that. Didn't really know there was a violation called, but apparently couldn't quite get it cleanly over the net, and it's a USC point.
Handful of smiles up at the net front for USC. Daufner, long set. Here's Lucas with a big swing.
And he has truly been on fire, Andrew. Hitting both parts of the net as we take another look here. He just rises up over the USC defense and just slams it over their outstretched hands.
His 12th kill of the night. Long set Klein off fingertips in front. Daufner long set. Here's Lucas one more time. Finds the hands in front. Continues the day. 13 kills now on the night. That's a new season high.
As we take another look here, USC was able to set up its defense relatively well. Wesley Smith coming in late to try to cut off the cross-court attack, but it just wasn't enough.
Here's Lucas, another one. Keep feeding him.
Andrew, I don't know about you, but this is the best I think I've seen any opponent hit against USC in a stretch. He's on fire. It seems like any time he gets the ball in a relatively good set, he's able to convert here and score a point for CSUN.
Sometimes it's your night. It certainly is his. After a long set, here's Lucas one more time off the hands, off the antenna, and another one. A 4-0 run for the Matadors.
And not only is it a 4-0 run for the Matadors, it's 4-0 run for Jordan Lucas himself. It is insane what he's doing right now. Single-handedly has forced a timeout from the Trojans as we take another look. It doesn't matter. The Trojans set up their defense, and he was able to just sky it through anyway.
So Coach Nygaard has to go grab his fire extinguisher, a career high for Jordan Lucas, sitting at 15. So the Matadors, man, have they been strong, but Grayson Alber is a guy who would like to contribute a little more, only at 3 kills on the night. Dylan Klein, though, your player to watch. He's been real good at 7.
He really has been, both attacking and also on the defensive end, converting multiple digs. He's really a do-it-all player for the Trojans. Their offense has been what has been hot, so he has stepped up defensively and given a little support to the back line.
And Lucas continues the roll. 5 points off of his hand in a row, leading the Matadors to their largest lead of the day. Lucas up to 16, hitting at .583 today. Foley brings it out of the basement. Here's Roberts, and he finds the back line. Tied for a season high in kills.
Now something here, if you're the Trojans, what you can't have let happen as we take another look here at this attack from Noah Roberts is you can't have a service error here. You have to make them play volleyball, because then you're going to give them the ball right back and a chance to continue their momentum, Andrew.
As we send things down to Aiden Pham. What you got, Aiden?
It's a good start to the set for CSUN. Remember, this is a CSUN team that lost a lot of pieces after last year. Coach Edwards said that this past fall was a really challenging period for the team. They had to focus on retooling, and it was really hard at first, but they started to see the depth grow. And we talked to him pregame. He said this team's young, but they're more mature than their age. Sending it back to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Aiden. And you really are right. It's a team that's extremely young, but they're learning together. Daufner long set. Here's Lucas again, puts it through the hands. How do you stop him? That's the real question.
And it seems like USC is trying a couple different things, sending different bodies at him, but it just doesn't matter. He has a counterattack to whatever the Trojans are throwing at him right now.
Blanchette, tough set. Point will go to CSUN. So the snowball falling the wrong way if you're a Trojans fan.
There really is, and when someone is this hot, any chance you get as we take another look at the last point there, it's very hard to continue your momentum and get it back if you make these mental mistakes.
And how about Wesley Smith? Puts it down right at the net front, jumps up and says no thank you.
But now you have to get a few points, start to stack, take the momentum back, Andrew. You can't have a service error early here if you're a Trojan.
Smith gets it across. Daupner, Lucas from the back row. He continues to stay on fire.
And there's really nothing you can do if you're the Trojans. They had 3 people there at the net. They saw it coming. But as we take another look, when you're this hot, it just doesn't matter. You'll just find a way to convert anyways.
And a service error on CSUN. You look, every time he gets a kill as well, he celebrates as if it's his first one ever. And that's what you need from someone on your team, someone that's going to get the team hyped up and rally them back for a reverse sweep. We're still early in that, though. Set number 3, Trojans leading 2-0. CSUN, though, up by 4 in this third. There's Chapin. He's back in for Blanchette. Daupner off the top of the hands of Albers. Klein to set. Here's Cooper Keene and sails it way long and out of the building.
And if you're the Trojans, that's something you can do right now in this set if you want to come back. It was a good set there from the Trojans. They were in system, but Cooper Keene just mistimed his jump a little bit, sent it long, and gave the possession back to the Matadors.
Booming serve, Daupner. Here's Foley, has it sent back. Tompkinson gets it to Klein. A strike from the back row. Daupner for Lucas, and of course, a magnet to the back line.
And there's really nothing you can do there. He found the perfect spot there. As we take another look, he gets it over through the back line and just finds the inside corner there. Perfect placement. You couldn't have walked it over there and put it any better, Andrew.
He's just absolutely on fire. 19 kills, only 2 errors on 32 attempts. That's hitting .531. The season high was 12. He's blown that out of the water. He has a career high, obviously, as I just said. This is a guy who last match only had 1 kill as well. So the hand's just hot. When I mean the hand's hot, I mean it's long gone on fire.
It really is. And if you're Theo Edwards, you're doing a really good job of playing towards the hot hand. He was hot early, but it wasn't like this, Andrew. And Edwards decided to play through him to shift his focus that way, and it's really paid dividends in this third set.
So we take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Matadors. It's in the midst of some hardship. You have Pepperdine this upcoming Friday, then you got a week before UCLA. That's going to be a tough team to deal with. The opposite of UCLA, of course, USC. Their upcoming schedule, they're in the midst of also hardship. Second of 7 straight ranked opponents. UCSB on February 7th, not too long away. And you got a home and home against UCI, and the home and home against UCLA. So Daupner ready to restart us. 18-12, CSUN over USC in this third. Chapin still in there to set. Here's Klein, and a rejection in front. Grayson Albers says no thank you.
And that's the type of production you need from the other players if you're the Matador coaching staff, is Jordan Lucas is taking care of your offense in this set. It's defensively, can you rally and make sure that USC doesn't go on a run of its own?
Here's Foley down the line.
And Starring Foley was the hero there down the stretch in the Buckeyes game. Can he do some heroics here in this third set to close it out for the Trojans?
Trojans down by 6. They got to go on a run. Phillips can't get it across. Right now, it's 8 swings in a row that have converted for the Matadors have all been off of the hand of Jordan Lucas. Last one to get a kill was Phillips. Here's Phillips here, off the hands of Tompkinson. Chapin to Tompkinson. Phillips one more time, and there's the kill for CSUN. So 8 straight points off of the hand, or 8 straight kills, excuse me, from Lucas, finally broken, and there's Phillips.
But still, it was Lucas there on the dig, able to start the in system because it was such a great dig attempt and dig conversion there for the Matadors.
Chapin back set. Here's Keene, and the connection again. Great pancake save, though, from Karnizis, but they say it was down.
And here, if you're the Trojans, it's what do you need to do? What are the small things you need to do to maybe start a run here? Obviously, you want to get it away from Lucas, but offensively, how can you capitalize on the smaller mistakes that CSUN are going to make down the stretch?
Need momentum, and maybe that was the start of it. Dofner for Lucas. Trojans finally find a way to stop him. Klein, long set to the far antenna. Keene's rejected, and now it's Klein's turn. Vila sends it across and out. So USC crawling back. They're within 4. And a timeout from CSUN. So the Trojans have a lot to go in this 3rd set. But they're looking strong in the past few points. Truly is. You're completely right. We sent things to Aiden courtside. Aiden, what do you got?
Well, yeah, in that last huddle, CSUN put an emphasis on getting the ball to their best hitters, and coach looked out Jalen Phillips and said, "You're getting the ball here." And look at that, Jalen Phillips on cue. Sending it back to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Aiden. You totally could have called that one. You saw it coming. You know what was going to happen. So Phillips gets his 2nd kill in a row for CSUN. Brings the lead back up to 5, and now back down to 4 after the service error from Albers. That's their 16th, make it 17th of the night. So Cooper Keene trying to start this 3rd set comeback for the Cardinal in gold. Freshman launches it high, and a powerful serve across. Daphner, here's Lucas, been on fire in this 3rd set. Chapin to Klein with the left hand. It goes across, Joust in front. Chapin for Foley, sets for Klein, and finds the hands in front.
And now if you're CSUN, it's what do you do with the pressure? You felt like you were in control of this set. Now all you are doing, you look up, it's a 3-point game. It's how do you respond here? Can you find a way to close it out?
USC's won 6 of the past 8 and make it 7 of the past 9 points.
And there's not much you can do there. That's what we call almost a perfect set from Cooper Keene. He puts it right on that line, makes it near impossible for Jordan Lucas to make a dig attempt down that and to really successfully save that ball.
So now Theo Edwards uses his 2nd timeout. So both of these coaches wanting to talk things over and just stop momentum. USC's Coach Nygaard on a 3-0 run. He did it to just try to slow down Jordan Lucas. It does seem like he's done that. But Theo Edwards just wanting to talk through things slowly with his team.
And it was really a good job from Theo Edwards out of the last timeout manufacturing a play, Andrew, to get his hitters the ball and a point quick off the timeout. Let's see if he's able to do something similar here.
A quick word from Big Ten Plus. It gives you access to more live games. Your subscription includes exclusive access to Big Ten Network's library of classic games, award-winning original programming, and specially curated digital channels that highlight your favorite Big Ten school 24/7. Explore all Big Ten Plus has to offer on the app or at big10plus.com. It's always game on. So USC's brought it right back in it. 21-19, it's within 2.
And Andrew, this is what really good teams do. Dare I say great teams do. It's nothing's really going right for you, yet somehow you find a way to claw yourself back in, find a way to even it up, get yourself in these 2-point, 1-point games late in the sets, and find a way to steal one late that otherwise you probably wouldn't have been able to capture.
CSUN's hitting 367 in this third set, USC 143, but they're still tight. How about it, Jordan Lucas yet again, kill number 20. First time he's hit that number in his career.
And if you're the Trojans, you got to find a way to slow him down. He's cooled off a bit since the first time out by Jeff Nygaard, but you can't let him get back going, because you let him get going, then the rest of the Matadors start to get going as well. You can find yourself not only losing this set, but maybe another 2 sets after.
Here's CSUN, the serving sub, and puts it in a perfect spot.
And that's what you want from your serving sub. You couldn't have placed that better, found exactly where he wanted to go with the ball, the hole inside the defense, and placed it right where he wanted it to.
The bench explodes. Here's CSUN on number 2. Another good one. Off of Keen, has a long run for Chapin, who goes sliding. Foley just has to get it across. Daufner, Lucas, Foley pops it off of his hands. Here's Klein rejecting in front. Chapin wants a swing. Lucas down the line, and the point to the Matadors.
And what a response by the Matadors. USC brought it within 2, and then 3 quick points from CSUN to put it back up to 5. Multiple players on the court, and then Jordan Lucas just doing what Jordan Lucas has done in this game, and specifically in this third set, carrying the offensive load.
Set point for CSUN. Chapin long set, Keen's not there, just puts it across, and Daufner dunks it down for the point and the set.
And really, not only did they need to win the set, but they needed to win the set in that type of fashion, Andrew. Now you really feel like they could possibly get back into this game.
So 2-1, USC leads over CSUN, but the Matadors still well in it here on Big Ten Plus. They hit 4-12 in that third set. Let's see if the momentum carries here at the Galen Center.
The Trojans, my apologies, the CSUN coaching staff.
So USC took the first 2 sets. CSUN responds with number 3 to their name. And we'll see which team wants number 4 the most. Sterling Foley gets ready to start things in number 4, and here we go. Daufner sets close, and there's Albers making his mark early in set 4.
If you're the Trojans, that's not what you want to see. Someone else gets going outside of Jordan Lucas, then you're really starting to try to find a way to close this out fast and not let them really feel momentum and get their swag.
Blanchette back set for Keen, and has it rejected right back at him.
Who else but Jordan Lucas up there on the block, able to just find a way to get the point off the USC attack.
Albers misses off the near line. And so USC gets their first point of the 4th set. For the first time today, Thiago Zampano will step in, the UCLA transfer. 4 kills last match, hitting at .444 with 2 total blocks. First set, though, played today. Long set for Lucas. Blanchette has a long run, puts it on a platter for Klein, and makes no mistake of it.
And if you're the Trojans, that's a good way to settle yourself a little bit. Able to get something in system, able to get a good attack off, and allowing the CSUN defense to really feel your potency once again.
Daupner, a long one for Lucas. Off balance, falls away. Zamprano, though, has to fall away as well. Here's the Matadors. And a great kill. That time, Jalen Phillips went with more finesse than power.
And Jalen Phillips really fooled both of the blockers that were there for the Trojans, which he was able to get that quality kill attempt off an out-of-system possession from the Trojans, fool the defense, then get his point as no defender was able to get quite underneath it in the back line.
Phillips, a great serve, and the ace. A beauty. A third ace on the night for the Matadors. Phillips is 5th so far on the year. And an error to boot right after.
And if you're the Matadors, that's not something you want to see. You'll take the errors every once in a while, but felt like you started to really get some momentum. And then to have it squandered by the error is not necessarily what you need in this 4th set.
And Klein sets for Smith.
And if you're the Trojans and Wesley Smith and Parker Tompkinson when he comes back in the game, that's what really worked in the first 2 sets, is those fast kills as they're rising up and the defense isn't quite set for the Matadors.
And Lucas has it rejected. Wesley Smith pops up yet again and puts the roof on it.
And there was really nowhere for Lucas to go. The ball was not quite set as high as you would have liked, and Wesley Smith just smothered every attack angle.
Klein goes over and one, a great play to keep it alive, up toward us into our desk. Smith keeps it alive. Here's Klein, another great job from Phillips. And a huge point from Jordan Lucas. When everything looked like it was going wrong in the point for the Matadors, they squeak one out.
And that starts with Jalen Phillips able to, as we take another look here, go on the kill attempt from Jordan Lucas. Jalen Phillips came all the way towards us, over into our laps essentially, to help keep that point alive.
And Smith jumps up and sends it straight down. Some back and forth action here in set number 4 at a rapid pace. Find a serve. He's in double figures kill-wise today and can't find the back line on the serve. 8 digs as well for DK. Tavarim with the serve. Here's Keene, and again on the near antenna, Lucas stands strong.
And really, Andrew, as we take another look here at this block, great combo block there. It's been the front line of CSUN. After that first set, they've really found a way to make it hard on the front line of the Trojans every time they go up. Outside of that point, Andrew,
it was Avila instead, but still, CSUN blocking well. And USC, how can you stop the block? Just go straight over the top of it. They feed 6'11" middle in Smith. Didn't play last year. Coach Nygaard, when he talked about him, how nice it was to have Smith back, he said, well, how much time you got? He pulled up a chair. Smith to serve, all tied up at 7 here in set 4. Daupner high set. Phillips from the back row puts it down.
Jalen Phillips really starting to find his groove here in the 4th set, Andrew, as we take another look. Great set, high, allowed Jalen Phillips to nearly get his belly button above the net there and just find a way to find the court off such a great set because he had so many opportunities to get a clean look at it.
11 kills on the night for him. Foley taps it across. Vila has to go get it. Here's Phillips, sends it into a trio and gets it either way.
Now Phillips is really starting to find his groove. It was Lucas in the 3rd set, Phillips in the 4th. As we take another look here, he honestly just guessed what the USC combo block is going to do and just does the opposite, forces them into a really tough position and is able to get the ball through.
Here's Keene rejected. CSUN on fire. Avila yet again on that far side.
And that's just a perfectly timed jump. It looked like Cooper Keene had that all the way, and then both of the CSUN defenders just jump right when he's about to hit it, and there's nowhere for him to go.
Here's Klein from the back row, and he responds. Squatches the 3-0 scoring run and gets USC back on the board.
And there's not much you can do there if you're the Matadors. As we take another look, Trojans in system, get a fake out, and then Dylan Klein just says, if you're not going to contest me at the net, I will find a way to get that ball down and on the court for a Trojan point.
Connell comes in as a serving sub, born in Iceland. But topspin gets it across. Vila to the back row. CSUN's still rolling here. The Matadors staying strong in set number 4. They're up by 3. USC took the first 2 sets. Matadors responded in 3 and continue the momentum in 4. Here's Blanchette, set for Foley, and slams it to the back row. It really feels, Patrick, that this Matadors team is working really hard for every single point, and whenever USC gets a point, it's just rapid.
It really is, but the Matadors are winning all the 50-50 points. It's great if you're the Trojans that you're able to convert easy offense, but you also have to get some of the tough points. You can't be out-hustled the entire game here if you want to win.
Phillips sends it to the back row yet again off the hands of Connell. And another point for the Matadors. They're hitting 600 in this 4th set. USC, on the other hand, hitting 231. For Coach Nygaard, you just are wondering, when are they going to cool down? Blanchette for Klein, and rejected in front.
Jalen Phillips is one of the very few people who can compete with Dylan Klein athletically, and you saw it there. He was able to just meet him at the apex. Dylan Klein gets up, but Jalen Phillips just gets higher. And the set was pretty good, but it just didn't matter.
Blanchette for Foley, and that was a perfect set. Put it right onto a platter for Stollering.
And it was great as we take another look here. Trojans able to get a fake hit in there, force the Matador defense to be a little discombobulated, which just allowed for enough daylight to get the point and get the ball past the net and onto the ground.
UCLA transfer Samprano brings it across. Connell knocks it over in 1. Here's Phillips, the cut swing toward the near line.
And that was all set up because of what happened earlier. Not a great set, couldn't quite get it in their side of the play for the Trojans, allowed the Matadors to set up their offense and get a kill off of it.
Phillips, Dykstra digs it out. Here's Smith, and too easy for the near 7-footer. But if you're looking at CSUN, a little bit of quick math, 36 of their 51 kills are from 2 players. That's, of course, Lucas and Phillips. That's 70% of their kills. Here's Lucas, and another one.
And that's what you call playing through your stars, Andrew. 70% of your offensive production coming from 2 people. That's how you lean into the hot hand.
So CSUN continues to hit strong. They're at 6-15 in set number 4. That's why they're leading 15-11 in the 4th set here on Big Ten Plus. Lucas continues to stay strong with 23 kills on the night, hitting at 476. Jalen Phillips for the Matadors as well, playing real strong with 14 kills on 32 swings. Another side for USC, 3 players in double figures with Klein, Roberts, and Foley at 11, 10, and 10 apiece.
And Andrew, it's felt like all Matadors here early in this 4th set, but if you're USC, you're down 4. Can you come back here, find a way to close out this game?
Here's Phillips off of the hands in front, and the snowball keeps rolling for Cal State Northridge.
And you can feel it not just from who has converted the kill, but the entire team. And they're feeding off each other's energy, off each other's success. And it keeps snowballing for the Matadors.
Blanchette for Connell, and he finds the far line. And USC is responding, but they haven't been able to eat with inside 4 points in quite a bit of time. The guy you want serving, though, it's Klein. But the guy you want hitting is Lucas. 24 kills, continues to keep the hot streak going.
There's really nothing you can do to stop someone on this type of heater, Andrew. He just keeps converting different arm angles, different places on the court. It doesn't matter. He keeps getting it done.
And too far for USC. So things going wrong for the Trojans. Coach Nygaard's seen enough. He calls a timeout. 18-12. The Matadors lead by 6. And if you are USC, Patrick, what do you got to do to get out of this rut right now?
I think it starts with you got to get something easy out of this timeout. Let's stay in system, try to get to one of our stars, whether it's Sterling Foley, Dylan Klein, maybe it's Wesley Smith. How do you find something easy in a hole in the Matadors defense? And then secondly, you've got to win some of these 50-50 points. It feels like CSUN is just outworking USC right now. They're all over the court. USC doesn't feel like they've had a really acrobatic dig in some time. So it's how can you get that portion of your game continue to go?
And it's extremely fast-paced. We won't be able to quantify that necessarily, but we're able to take a look at some of the game stats that we are able to quantify so far. Look at hit percentage. USC's fallen into the low 3s. They were hitting at over 500 during the first set, just about 450 in the second, but it's plummeted since. The Matadors, on the other hand, have skyrocketed, and it's due to this third and fourth sets. They're hitting 667 in this fourth set. That's why they lead by 6. Able to take a quick look at the blocks as well. CSUN 11, USC 5, and it's very rare that a Trojans team is out-blocked. It's happening, though, today. Here's Connell, a different look for USC. Gets it back, now Foley, joust in front, off the hands last of Doubter.
And that's what you need if you're the Trojans. Jordan Lucas had an amazing dig, but the Trojans stuck with it, were able to continue to battle and got the point regardless, didn't let that phase them. And as you try to battle back here in this fourth set, that's what you need to do.
Down by 5, you got to get close before the Matadors hit 20. Doubter, long set to the far side. Avila, though, finds hands. UNC just can't find a way to stop this Matadors offense.
And they've really been attacking those edges as we take another look here. It's cross-court pass and just tries to sneak it down the line, finds the outside hand of the USC blocker, and finds its way to the court.
Matadors are off to their best start to a season since 2016. 7-1, they look to move to 8-1 against a very good Trojans team. Zamprano in front finds the kill.
And that's what you need. You needed something easy there. You're down 6 points. Every point's felt like a slog that you lost. You need some easy points. You need to stack easy points here if you want to come back.
Need a run. It's with Connell to serve. There he comes. Barely off the top of the net. Doubter far set. Here's Phillips, rises above the bunch, but too strong.
And that's just a miss by Jalen Phillips. Has been playing really well as we take another look here. It's a great set. He gets his whole hand on that. Just sends it a bit long, a bit too powerful on the USC side.
This is a CSUN team that has 10 more total attacks than USC in this match as well. Connell across. Avila partially blocked by Foley, but didn't get enough of it.
And that's, as you were talking about, 10 more total attacks, now 11. As we take another look, that's because of the hustle of these people
Foley on the quick serve,
CSUN team.
gets it rejected in front. The quick serve from the Matadors. UNC saying they're not ready. And as we were in replay, they decided to go. USC saying they weren't ready necessarily, but a point to the Matadors, 21-15. Coach Nygaard's having a word with one of our officials. And Patrick, nobody was ready for that. And Avila's smart play said, hey, let's go, let's play some volleyball.
And that's what you got to do. If you want to beat a higher ranked team, upset them, take every rule to your advantage.
Avila can't get it across. So USC will try to battle back. They're down by 5 points right now here in set number 4. They're up though 2-1. Coming off of their first 5-set win so far this season. And another one from Phillips. He's up to 16. 40 kills have come between Lucas and Phillips out of 57 in total.
And when you get that type of production out of 2 players on your team, you just need the others to give you a little bit, to just stack around the edges. And they've been doing that so far in the last 2 sets.
And Connell's rejected in front. The Matadors continue to stay strong. Coach Nygaard, another timeout, just trying to find a way to get this CSUN team anything but perfect.
As we take another look here, it's just a great block by the CSUN defense. Saw it all the way and found a way to get the block and then convert it into points, Andrew.
It's really the question. USC, what do they do to pick up? Not necessarily. How do you stop CSUN right now? This is at the prime right now, probably some of the best volleyball you'll see in the entire country. Number 16, Cal State Northridge, looking for an upset over the number 4 USC Trojans.
And if you're Theo Edwards, this is what you love to see from your team. Yes, you're up in this set. They've been playing really well, but you're down 2 sets. Coming into the third, you could have folded there. This is a great team you're playing. Instead, they battle back. They go off of their leaders. They feed into that energy, and now they've got themselves going. They've got themselves rolling and in a position to force a set 5 rather. And once you're in a 5th set, that's 15 points. That's anybody's ball game.
Matadors looking for a reverse sweep. USC looking to squash the comeback. Kale Cleany ready to take his second steps onto the court today. A serving sub, he was that also at UCLA. Played in 28 out of 29 matches as a Bruin. Tallied 14 aces and had aces in 12 different matches. Man, would he like to have one here, but it's CSUN's serve. So you've got to get a point first. Grayson Albers, redshirt freshman, to restart us too long. And if you're USC, you've got to get hyped up, and that's exactly what Cleany did. Ran in there, clapping his hands, trying to get something going. It's going to be Zamprano back to serve on the rotation. #21st service error from CSUN. USC only at 8. In front, Phillips yet again off the hands, gets the points for the Matadors. It's set point here in number 4.
And as we take another look, they're just in system right now, and they're feeling it. Had a 1-2 option, set it to Jalen Phillips, and Phillips just converted. Had a blocker in his face, didn't matter. Found a way to get the point. Now just 1 point away from closing out this 4th set.
CSUN did it last set, trying to do it again. A great serve and an ace to bring us to the distance.
And what an ace it was. Found a hole. USC was able to get under it, but couldn't quite dig it out effectively, and it was sent out of bounds there for their Trojans. And honestly, what a set from the Matadors.
Their 5-0 record.
And Andrew, it's really a mental battle at this point. We've seen both the first 2 sets and the last 2 sets weren't necessarily that close, but it was in one team's favor, first the Trojans, and then in the Matadors' favor. So both of these teams have the ability to compete with one another. It's who can stay composed here and who is able to really either start fast or finish strong here in this fifth set.
USC's been here before, though, and they've been here recently. Their last match was against Ohio State. That went the distance as well. Coach Nygaard said that it's great to have a 5-set win early because they know it's going to happen at some point, and it's happened again today. CSUN, on the other hand, hasn't gone the distance just yet, but today is their first. Set number 5 to start. Daufner, Lucas pops it across. Long set for Klein, and off of the hands and gets the first point.
And if you're the Trojans, that's where you want to go. Dylan Klein, make him do it as fast and as often as you can. Make CSUN rotate as many resources to him as possible so you can get other people free later on.
Back set Phillips, joust in front. Klein keeps it alive. Roberts on the far tether. Set for Lucas, off of the hands, and another kill.
And USC was not fooled. They knew that ball was going to Jordan Lucas. It just didn't matter. He had a way to get the ball. It was a great set. And as we take another look here, he stared them both in the face, Noah Roberts and as well as Wesley Smith, and just said, it doesn't matter, I'm going to get it anyway.
25 kills for Lucas. USC has to send it across. Free ball, back set. Lucas one more time. Keep feeding the man. 26 kills on 46 total attacks. Hitting at 500, he just keeps going. USC, they know where it's going, they just can't stop it.
And Noah Roberts even timed his jump pretty well. Jordan Lucas just didn't matter. He found it anyway, found a way to convert the points.
Service error for the Matadors, something they've struggled with this entire match so far. 22 service errors. USC only at 8. We're in set 5 either way. Here's Klein, top server for this USC team. Set for Lucas, and finds a hand.
And this is just an explosion, Andrew. It doesn't matter what the Trojans have done up front. Jordan Lucas has the answer. It's been great setting, too, by the Matadors to allow him clean looks time and time again and allowing him to stay efficient.
Tonight, where just nothing can go wrong for him. Overshadowing Phillips on the serve, who misses just outside left, who has 17 kills next to his name as well. USC somehow still in this. 12 kills with Klein, 11 for Foley, 10 for Roberts.
And it's off those service errors. They've played a much cleaner game, which has allowed them to stay within striking distance in some of these sets and allowed them to build the 2-set lead at the start of this match.
Smith, the right hand across. Daufner, who else but Lucas. Klein plays the role of the setter. Here comes Roberts. His swing's denied. Blanchette this time for Roberts. Back set and a beauty. It was a great job from Kayla Blanchette to force everyone's focus to one side of the court and send it back to the same side.
And it's that misdirection that has been, in these latter 2 sets, the best source of offense for the Trojans, as Caleb Blanchette was able to force the defense to rotate towards us and sent the ball the opposite direction for a good point.
So Trojans lead here in set number 5. The magic number's 15. Here's Phillips, his first swing in a while, and gets a kill.
And this is just knotted up here, Andrew. We've had a close game throughout. Now we have a close game here as we're heading closer and closer to that magic 15 number here in this 5th set.
A service from Lucas and another one. Nothing can go wrong for Jordan Lucas. A generational match. Blanchette, back set for Roberts, and a great cut swing. Roberts having a great night as well. He's up to 12 kills, a tie for the high for USC.
And if you're USC, as we take another look, this is what you want to see. The CSUN defense not quite able to set up. Noah Roberts able to take advantage. That's what you're going to need to continue to stack.
And Roberts with the service error. 9th one of the night. So the errors haven't necessarily been the problem for USC service-wise. But becomes an issue here in set 5. Favreem to get it across. Blanchette, close set. Zambrano spikes it down.
And if you're Coach Nygaard, that's what you like to see. You're getting people who are not your stars involved here as we take another look. And Zambrano's just quick up, quick down. The ball just finds its way to the court fast. And without Parker Tompkinson on the floor, that's what you need from him.
Set for Lucas, rejected for the first time in what feels like forever. Zambrano jumps up and gets his 2nd point in a row. Dunks it straight down.
And is he going to be the hero for USC as we take a quick look at it? 2 quick points in 2 quick kills for Zambrano.
There's Phillips at the cut swing off of the hands of Roberts. Tied at 7, these two teams locking horns in set number 5. Cal State Northridge on a 4-game win streak, sitting at 7-1, would love the upset over USC. Trojans at 5-0, want to stay perfect. 5-0 for the 3rd straight season. And too strong from Dofner.
Both teams, Andrew, have done a really good job of settling themselves. The Trojans really, after widening the gap early, had the gap widened on them late, and it's been all knotted up here as both.
CSUN looking to stick with their 4-game win streak, push it to 5. Andrew Geisler alongside Patrick O'Leary, and Patrick, CSUN just is so hot as of late. It started in that 3rd set, they haven't looked back.
And it's very emblematic of their season, Andrew. We thought maybe they might face some tough road here, and they did early. They fought back, and they've shown that this early season hot start is not a mirage. They are here to stay. They are a legit contender here in the NCAA.
So Zambrano will check out. Sprague comes in. His first action today is a service sub. Daufner sets backside Avila on a huge point. A block on the far side gets a fist pump from Coach Nygaard. A huge point for USC.
It really was, and it's the solo block by Wes. He's able to just get up, find where CSUN was going to attack from, and smother the angle.
A timeout for the Matadors. They didn't like USC going up by 2 at all. And as they should, because USC, when they played Ohio State oh so long ago, when they went to 5 sets, Trojans ran away with it in the 5th. Every other set was close.
And I don't think, as we take another look, it was just them going up 2. It was the way they went up 2. With, as we see, Wesley Smith, the solo block, just able to meet whatever attacker has come from CSUN at the apex. It's just been Jordan Lucas and Jalen Phillips have found a way around him, but that time he was able to not only time his jump well, but also angle his body in such a way that cut off all attacking angles.
Lucas, 27 kills, hitting at 490. Game that him and everybody at CSUN will always remember. Jalen Phillips overshadowed. He has 19 kills, though, as well, with 3 total blocks. Look at USC, 3 of your players have double-digit kills. Klein and Roberts sit at 12, Foley at 11. Trojans are hitting 625 in this 5th set, 336 as a whole. CSUN, on the other hand, 400 in this set, 390 as a whole. They finally cooled down. That's right, hitting at 400 is cooled down for this Matadors squad. So Sprague's still in there. He's going to continue his service run for USC. Trojans are up by 2 in set number 5. Sprague punches it across, makes it a tough one. Here's Phillips, met by 3 Trojans. Another chance for the Matadors. Daufner to Phillips, joust in front, Klein shoves it down.
And Andrew, that's the second time in this set that Dylan Klein has done that. Just met CSUN at the apex, It wasn't necessarily, as we take another look here, in the first one, able to send it back their way. He did on that one and just used his strength to get the ball on the floor.
Trojans on a 3-0 scoring run. Matadors are going to challenge, and they're going to want to take another look at it. So the play is under review. And this is an understatement to say it's a big one. If USC goes up by 3, CSUN's in a little bit of trouble. They got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time.
I'm wondering if they're looking at a maybe possible net violation there at the bottom, or if they're looking at if the ball got outside the line. Not quite sure which. Either way, it could be a pretty close there if you're the referees. Although from that angle, it did look like USC most likely had gotten that point.
Might have been on the double possibly for Klein holding it too long. But we'll get official wording here in a second. You're able to see Robertson, Klein, as well as Sprague, Cooper Keene in there. And this USC team, number 4 in the nation for a reason. They're real good, but CSUN also very, very dominant team, showing what they're made of here. So the call's confirmed. It stays with USC. The 3-0 run stands, and the Trojans are up 10-7 here in set 5. Second match in a row that USC has gone the distance.
And if you're USC and you're Jeff Nygaard, if they're able to close this out, this is the type of performance and gritty performance you like to see.
Call set for Albers. He gets it down, but it's Keene's turn, the freshman. Long run. Karnizis and Avila can't get it across. USC on a 4-0 run. They're up by 4. Things slipping for the Matadors here in set 5.
As we take another look here, one thing the Trojans offense is doing really a good job of in this 5th set is even if they don't score the point, they're hitting it in such a manner that it keeps the Matadors out of system and doesn't allow Jordan Lucas to get a clean look or a look at all, which has helped them build a little bit of a lead here, now just 4 points away from staving off the comeback.
The last time USC lost in 5 sets, after 2 sets to none leads, the last time they were reverse swept, you got to go back a long way. 2020, that was against number 13 CUI, Concordia University Irvine. Trying to prevent the reverse sweep today. Sprague with the service. It was close. All of USC's bench jumps up and they say it was a service error though. And Coach Nygaard says he wants to see it one more time. And why not in set 5? If it's close, might as well go for it.
And the way USC reacted, they thought they had that, Andrew. Everyone was ready to celebrate as they continued to increase their lead, but not quite sure if he got it just inside that line.
11-8 is what it would stand as if the call is confirmed. They'd give it to CSUN, but if it's overturned, Trojans go up 12-7 on a 5-0 run. Sprague with a beauty. Oh, it's so close. And that's exactly why Coach Nygaard, use it or lose it at this point. You're in set number 5. You don't get to use it next match, obviously. So you might as well. All of USC's bench, Patrick, jumped up next to us, and they thought it was real close.
Yeah, it was both sides, too. CSUN's side was like, yes, we've got an error. We're going to get the ball back on our side. The Trojans were like, we just extended that lead to 5. So this is maybe even a bigger call than the last one based on where we are, time and score, but also momentum, Andrew. It feels like USC is really taking control of this game.
So we have an answer here momentarily. Trojan fans in anticipation as Sweet Caroline rains out. And the call stands. It was certainly close from what I saw to my right. But the point to CSUN is squash the 4-0 run for USC. But they got work to do. Magic numbers 15 here in set 5. Trojans up 11-8. Fila back to serve. Sophomore, a natural-born leader, as Coach Edwards says. A high knuckleball serve. Blanchette sets for Smith, and a big slam.
And that was Wesley Smith all the way. You could see that coming. That was where they wanted to get the ball to. Found him in the middle. As we take another look here, the ball went up high. And as Coach Nygaard says, he wants to keep him in non-human territory because he's so tall. And they did just that on that point.
There's Lucas, a huge dig from Blanchette. Dauphner set for Lucas again. Dykstra keeps it alive. Blanchette for Klein. Joust in front. Lucas gets the tip in front. Continues the great night for him. Up to 28 kills. Brings it within 3. Matadors, well, still alive. Came back 2 sets to none. Have brought it to 5. Looking to give USC their first reverse sweep since 2020 against CUI. Blanchette set for Roberts. Another chance for the Trojans, this time for Klein. Puts it down the line, and a huge fist bump. The senior doing leadership-esque things here in set number 5.
And as we take another look here, Dylan Klein was a really good set. Got it right where he needed it to go. Went straight over the 2 defenders and just found that back corner. Couldn't have placed it better if you're Jeff Nygaard.
Klein to serve, the missile across. Here's Phillips off of Roberts' hands in front. Matadors get to double digits, 13-10. They're down by 3.
And Andrew, the Matadors will not quit. Feels like USC is about to blow this open, about to take full control, and every time CSUN just finds a way to keep it close, stay within shouting distance, and find a way to keep clawing back into it.
The law of averages still prevails. CSUN was hitting 600 in that 4th set, down to 222 in the 5th. 13-10, Trojans lead by 3. Their 2nd straight distance match. Dauphner for Lucas, popcorns it over and drops it down. 29 kills, keeping it going. CSUN within 2.
And Andrew, as we take another look, this is how you use change of pace. He went full up like he was gonna hit that home, and then just waited a beat. Waited for the Trojans to rise, and then just popped it over when he saw that the blockers weren't quite expecting the finesse.
Last top 5 ranked win for CSUN was against number 5 Hawaii last season. Got a chance to do it today. They're down by 2. 13-11, USC over the Matadors in set number 5. It was all USC at the beginning, 25-19, 25-20, and it had all shapes of a sweep for USC, who just couldn't be stopped. Then the light switch flipped. Matadors won set 3 and 4. Well, they didn't hit under 500 the entire time. Now we're in set 5. Take a look at the last play where, well, just yet again, Lucas doing what you would do if you have this much confidence in a game. You have 29 kills now, and nothing can go wrong. Anytime he touches the ball, it feels like he's going to get a point.
It really does. And he seems to also be reading what USC is doing very well. It's not just one type of kill for him. It's what is USC doing to try to stop him? How have they shifted over time? And then Lucas has the counterpunch in his arsenal to make it even harder for the Trojans defense.
It's one of those things where if you stay seated in your chair right now, you will see Jordan Lucas get another kill. That's just happens to what it is today. As long as you're in your chair, Jordan Lucas is going to get a kill. And everybody knows that in the building. CSUN to serve. Dykstra digs it out. Blanchette for Smith. Can't draw it up better if you're USC. 14-11, match point for the Trojans. Chapin ready to come in.
And that was just picture perfect, Andrew. In system, as we take another look, Caleb Blanchette just sets it so high to where only Wesley Smith is able to get that ball because he is so tall and almost superhuman, Andrew.
And a timeout for the Matadors. The tension continues to brew with match point. USC, their second straight match that's gone the distance. Won the last one against Ohio State. We talked to Coach Nygaard before. I asked him, well, are you happy that you went to 5 sets this early in the season? You were able to get a taste of it because 5 sets was something that plagued USC last year. He said, well, it's great to have a 5-set win this early in the season because you know you're going to have it. Whether he knew he was going to have it 2 matches in a row, you don't know, but it tested USC early. It tested whether they were ready for it. Indeed, they are. It's a been there, done that mentality now for USC, where they know they've done it before. They know they have the skill to beat this CSUN team. And here we are, match point in set number 5.
And not only has it been 2 5-set games, but it's been 2 very different 5-set games. USC was in a continuous battle with Ohio State, was down 2-1, down late in the 4th set, came back, then came back in the 5th set and won. This one was domination early, then they let their foot off the gas, let CSUN back into it. Now they look to close it out, bounce back in the 5th set. So if you can win all these different ways, it can set up something bigger for the future. But if you're the Matadors, a win like this can really propel your season forward and put you in the driver's seat for the NCAA tournament.
So it's Andrew Chapin to serve, the freshman. Coach Nygaard said, though, he's not caring about year. Can you play or not? Competitors compete. Tell you what, Chapin's definitely a competitor. 2 setters for USC, and it'll be Chapin as well as Blanchette. 14-11, match point. We've gone the distance yet again. Doppner, long set, Lucas. How about 30?
And you can't ask for a better offensive explosion. He was in the low teens on his good days this season, and now he explodes for 30 as we take another look. And there's nothing you can do here. It's a perfect set. There are 2 blockers, but he just finds the space in the middle of them, rockets it home. And now, within 2, it's anyone's match.
Had a season high of 12. He's doubled it way over. Foley, Blanchette. Here's Klein off the front of the net. Dykstra keeps it alive off of Zambrano into the floor. CSUN brings it within 1. Still match point for USC. Coach Nygaard asks if he has a timeout, and then a use it or lose it mentality. He decides to use it.
And defensively there for the Trojans, you really need to dig that one up. It's difficult, but it's within your realm. You're talented enough to get that dig. And just unfortunate, a step slow on that one, but it's one you definitely would want to have back to be able to continue the point and battle for the win.
Coach Nygaard continues to talk things over with his coaches, but USC's players in their own huddle for themselves, talking about what they see right now, and finally they'll talk things over. Jordan Lucas has just been on fire. 30 kills, 53 attempts, hitting .509. See the popcorn there, just pops it over the top, easy, but has the power to do it all as well. Swings it down the line. Literally nothing USC's been able to do has stopped Lucas. It's one of those things where he got hot and it couldn't stop him.
Yeah, and his energy is infectious. It felt like he was the only one doing anything for CSUN in that 3rd set, but he would get so hyped, so into it after every point. It fed into other people. Jalen Phillips started to get going. Then you felt the other people starting doing the little things, which had made them battle back into the 3rd, the 4th set, and even now, his energy allowed them to battle back into this 5th set after feeling like they were almost out of it. Now within just 1 point here, 13-14.
Lucas to serve on match point. Blanchette sets. Zambrano says no to the comeback. USC wins and goes the distance for the 2nd straight match in a row.
As we take another look here at Zambrano's final kill, he just gets up before CSUN can, sees his opportunity and says, thank you very much, and gets it all the way there for the Trojans' victory. And if you're Coach Nygaard, you love to see other people get involved, able to make a way from your subs to find energy and find a way to center yourself and win this 5th set.
To take a look at the moment of the game, it was really just such a great night from Noah Roberts. He was on fire the entire time.
He really was, Andrew. And it was whenever the defense started to shy away from him, he came back, went on a mini run of his own, and allowed the Trojans to stay balanced and win in 5 sets.
Tonight that Roberts had 12 kills